It's the dawn. All right. Like I said yesterday, I was going to give away something to someone who subscribed to me on my first day on YouTube. And as promised, I am going to give them a Kennedy. But before I give it to them, I want to just show it to you guys real quick. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. Sort of like an intro, you know, just who I am. Okay, so the Kennedy. The Kennedy, this is a clone. The original Kennedy is made by a company called Kennedy Enterprises. They have a version 1 and they have a version 2. The version 2 is set up more so for quad coils. I guess you could do dual coils in it, but this one is set up for dual coils. There's no way you can do single coils in this. But let me show it to you. It's unique. And what's unique about it is it gets its airflow from the bottom. And I know you're probably saying, well, hell, when you screw it onto your box mod or your Mac, where's the air going to come from? The air is going to come from the side. It's on both sides. Let me screw it on this old trusty AR mod so you can see. So it still has enough room to get its airflow from the bottom. All right, take it off this. This AR thing is like a brick. It could be like a weapon. Okay. It comes with a chuff cap, which is kind of cool. You just slap your chuff cap on there. So it's designed for you child places. This is a pretty big chuff cap. And it also comes with a 510 Delrin adapter. So you slap that on, stick your favorite 510 on there, and you're good to go. All right. So the build deck, the post holes are a little less than 2 millimeters, like 1.9, but you can get 22 in there, 24 in there. I don't have any 20 or 18, but you might get it in there. Might be really tight, but it has a brass center positive pin, or copper, should I say. I scratched it, and I could scratch it, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Now, this is the clone. I'm not sure what the original one is made of, but this is just a giveaway. I'm not really doing a review on this thing. I'm just showing it to you guys. It has 2 cylinders in there. The cylinders sit right in the juice well, and the cylinders are attached to the bottom. So that's where your air comes from. The cool thing about it is the air comes directly from underneath your coil. So not only are you're getting plenty of air, you're probably going to get tastier clouds. So usually when the air comes from the bottom, you're going to get a much tastier vape. Right now I got some 26 gauge in there wrapped around a 3.5 millimeter bit, and it's 8 wraps. This ohms out to 0.6. So put the top on there. Another cool thing about this thing is when you put the top cap on, you don't have to line nothing up. You just slap it on. It's good to go. If you want this little Kennedy engraving logo to line up with something on your Mac or your box, bam, you can line it up if you're OCD like that. All right. So let me pause this, go up to FaceTime, give you a little tidbit information about me and what I like, and tell you who won this. I know my editing sucks, but Steven Spielberg, he couldn't help me out this week. But anyway, let me let you know who won this. His name is, I believe it was Scott something. Scott Cooper. Scott Cooper, I'll send you a message. I'll get your address from you. Also send you some juice. Like I said yesterday, I vape 0 or 3 milligram, but I do have some higher milligram if you if you vape higher. But a little bit about me. I've been vaping a little over a year. I'm on Facebook every single day on a group called Juice Junkies and a lot of other groups. Dr. Cremies. I mean, it's a whole list of them, but I'm on Juice Junkies the most. I've met a lot of great people. I encourage you as a vapor to try to get somebody that's smoking the stinkies to stop. And the way you do that is, if you're like me, I was smoking for almost 20 years. For instance, when I smoke, I don't smoke in my house. When I used to smoke, I didn't smoke in my house. I would go out front and smoke. And I noticed everybody else in my neighborhood would go outside and smoke as well. Walk up to one of your neighbors. Tell them about it. If you're like me and you've been vaping, let's say more than 6 months, 4 months, you have more than one device. You have stuff you don't use anymore. If you've been vaping longer, you got a shitload of stuff that you don't use anymore. Walk up to them, introduce yourself, tell them about it, tell them, hey, you don't stink anymore, you could add some years to your life. As of right now, me in my heart, I believe that this is more safer than smoking a stinky. And when we smoke stinkies, hey, we didn't go around encouraging other people to, smoke cigarettes. So with this, you can encourage them to stop smoking cigarettes, and this is a good alternative. I tried the gum, I tried the patch, it didn't work, and they might be in the same boat. A lot of smokers want to stop smoking, but it's just so hard. It's hard. If this didn't come around, or if this didn't fall in my lap, I probably would still be smoking. So I encourage you, to pay it forward to somebody that is smoking. Hey, even if they say they're on the fence, hey, I'll try it. Tell them, hey, you could try it. If you don't like it, just give me back my equipment and I'll give it to somebody else. I'm not telling them, hey, go give me a IPv3 or go give them your favorite mech. Go give them your best batteries. Go give them, your Sigelei 150, your Sigelei 100. Don't do that. Don't do that. But like me, I started with a Vamo. I gave that Vamo away a long time ago. I was going crazy with copper mechs. I gave half of them away. So the ones you don't use anymore, I got about 4 or 5 K funds. I got about 4 or 5 Tay funds. Get those away, especially the tanks. Those are easier. You can put juice in it. Usually when they start vaping, they're vaping and smoking. You give them a tank that holds 4 or 5 mil, that 4 or 5 mil might last them a week, Then when it's time to refill, when you get it back, you can always see if they're actually vaping. But that's it. I encourage you and everybody else to pay it forward. That's all I wanted to say. And Scott Cooper, I will be getting in touch with you and hook you up with 30 mils of Yabba Dabba Doo and some other stuff. And of course, this Kennedy. All right, till the next time, pay it forward.